Hey guys, Steve here for Who Took My Dice Miniature Wargaming. How's it going? It's been a while. Good to see everybody again. So on Facebook earlier, I mentioned that I was getting a package in, and small one, nothing huge, small one. And I was expecting it to be containing some hairy Space Marines. Well, I got it. Yay! And I'm super happy. So, there's a little story behind it. A gentleman I'm acquainted with from back in the old school Games Workshop days, back in 2007, 8, 9 there. He was selling a bunch of stuff. I decided to show to a good home, namely mine. And some of the stuff he had in there, I just had to have. So first off, we'll start with the less cool stuff. Still super cool. So I have bits bags here, filled with bits for Blood Claws. Yes. I decided, along with my sort of really focused thing on over this coming year, basically till next September, is doing my Tyrannic War Veterans. I also decided to go big and work on making sort of a big crusading Space Marine army. So it's going to be focused on my Ultramarines, obviously, on my Black Templars, and now Space Wolves. I had a 13th Company Space Wolf army a long time ago, back when the original Black Crusade came out. Loved it. Eventually, I think I sold some of it. Some of it just got broken in moves. Unfortunately, one of those things, right? But I'm going back. Blood Claws. I love Blood Claws. Nobody else. I absolutely love them. I think they're fantastic. I believe there's, he said there's 12 in there. I'm going to turn 10 into actual Blood Claws. One, with some extra Space Wolves I have in my bits box, I'm going to turn into Wolf Guard Battle Leader. And that last one is either going to become a Wolf Guard for the unit Blood Claws, just so they have that extra bit of leadership, or a Lone Wolf. Not sure yet. Haven't totally figured it out. Now for the really cool stuff. These are models that I tried to get when they first came out, and always found it impossible. They're always gone. I was able to get. I'm so happy with this Wolfen. Let's get up close and personal there. Wolfen. Yes, the original Wolfen. There's nothing wrong with the new Wolfen. There's sort of the guy with the big chainsaw with the teeth sticking out of it. And the rest of those these wonderful 13th Company guys. I love Wolfen. There you go. Who Wolfen, yay. They're fantastic. Again, nothing wrong with the new ones, but these have a major nostalgic factor for me. And I'm so glad I got them. It was so hard when they first came out. There was a hobby store that I live near, and they can never keep them in stock. And even when I went to the Games Workshop before I worked there, when it was the older store, they were always out of stock. Even when I worked there, by that time they'd been discontinued. I couldn't even get them anymore. So I always felt I missed out. Now I have them. So, and the rules for, if you've not seen the rules for Wolfen now, and I think it's a Curse of Fenris book, I think this is called. Sorry, my head is filled with computer stuff right now, so I'm just, boom. Oh, they're fantastic. And Blood Claws, who doesn't love Blood Claws? I know some guys out there. Mythos, Idic Beer, I'm looking at you. Wolf Brothers, there you go. So yeah, they're going to go along with those guys. Use them in small games, use them in bigger games. But the other cool thing that this goes along with is stuff I've talked about in other videos, and I'm going to get a little add-on a little bit here. This is another great way to kind of get into the hobby or continue in your hobby journey in a less expensive way, right? One, finding Wolfen, I got them for a really good price. They go on eBay for a lot of money. They're rare. People want them. I'm super grateful to my friend that he sold these to me. These are fantastic. But yeah, a great way to get a whole bunch of models, really cheap. And that's the way, like, if you run out of stuff, like, oh, well, I can't make it out to my local store, keep looking. Just like I showed with those books I found, the 5 Spaceful books I found at that thrift shop. That's a great way to continue on. Another nice, expensive way. And it goes back also to what a video from Fist and Frost. And I'm going to put the link to the video down there. They're great guys. If you haven't checked out their channel, please do it. It's fantastic. It's amazing. They've got a lot of passion, great chemistry between the two guys. and they really love what they're doing there, and kudos to them for that. But they also, in their video, they talk about inexpensive ways to get into the hobby, because it is an expensive hobby. And I think you kind of know that going in, but this is a great way to continue doing what you're doing, even if you haven't got the latest and newest thing. Like I said, build that terrain. Let your imagination just go crazy. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a ton of fun putting blood clouds together and wolfing. It's amazingly fun. Just a short one here today, guys. I'm not my usual setup. Gotta kind of fit these in when I can right now with school. But there's also one other thing I want to mention. I'm actually be working on something pretty big. It is hobby related, sort of, but mostly it's a very personal thing to me. I know to not a lot of other people. Right, I don't want to say anything more than that, just because I'm working on logistic. It is going to be kind of a challenge, not the ordinary type where I'm going to pick a video when someone wins something. There will be things I will be handing out to people and sending to people who participate, but it's something a bit bigger than that. But I'll leave it at that for now. I'm not trying to be mysterious. I just don't want to say too much right now without having everything sort of set up. And but it definitely something big that I'm going to be working on. It came to me while I was going for a walk the other night, and some other stuff has brought my attention back to something. So, anyways, not to get too deep there. As always, if you like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys very soon. I have some other stuff I'm working on. Until then, I will see you guys later, and keep rolling those dice.